What are darshanas? Often, once the basic necessities of life are satisfied, normal struggles to live are won over. It is natural that we start to wonder what is the purpose and meaning of life. Indian sages found answers to all these questions by searching these answers within oneself rather than outside. These sages were able to develop an in depth understanding of the meaning and goal of human life due to their inward journey. These illuminating thoughts of self realization are called darshanas. Defining darshana. Darshanas are the systems of Indian philosophy. Astika darshanas are based on the primacy of the Vedas, while Nastika darshanas are not. We will learn more about Astika darshanas in this video. Each Astika darshana is scientific in its approach with a doctrine based on logic and critical arguments. There are 6 Astika darshanas propagated by 6 great sages. Simply put, these are the ways of saying things or to rationalize the truth about oneself and the world around us. Every Astika darshana touches upon the following 6 points. Who is the Jiva or who am I? Who is Ishvara? What is the Jagat? How is the Jiva bound in samsara? What is moksha or liberation from samsara? How to attain moksha? Each of these 6 disciplines has a sutrakara, that is one great rishi who systemized one school of thought. These founding sages composed explanatory verses or sutras to explain the meaning of their darshana or worldview. The Shad Darshanas. The 6 schools of philosophy are Nyaya, founded by Gautama Rishi, Vaisheshika Sutras by Kanada Rishi, Sankhya Sutras by Kapila Muni, Yoga Sutras by Patanjali Maharishi, Mimamsa Sutras by Jaimini, Vedanta Sutras or Brahma Sutras by Badarayana. What are sutras? The word sutra means a thread or a string, implying they bind together in a written form a series of thoughts and idea, a statement or an argument in brief condensed form. Each sutra is a condensation of the philosophy and its purport and is created for the ease of memorization and transmission through oral tradition. It may sound cryptic, but when viewed through the lens of its philosophy, it conveys the meaning clearly. Understanding darshanas. The above 6 sutras are divided into pairs of 2, which explain the philosophy found in the Vedas in a rational manner. The 6 disciplines offer unique points of view to observe and understand life, but ultimately all the 6 darshanas aim to remove ignorance and attain knowledge of the self, thereby achieving the goal of life, that is, liberation. Nyaya. Nyaya means a process of reasoning through logic. While Nyaya texts are a study of formal logic, ultimately they focus on life itself. This school of thought affirms that human suffering is the result of wrong knowledge. Gautama Muni believed that the aim of life is to seek everlasting happiness, and such a state does exist. He is credited with putting a system in place for rules of logic in Indian philosophy, along with providing a logical rationale to interpret the Vedas. The Nyaya Sutras aim to gain moksha through true knowledge that can discriminate between real and unreal. Vaisheshika. Nyaya and Vaisheshika borrow liberally from one another, even though they developed as separate philosophies. Rishi Kanada is credited with developing this stream. The term Vishesha means speciality or unique attribute. This system focuses on understanding the distinguishing properties of objects right until its atomic level. How objects exist and how to figure out truths about them is the main focus of Vaisheshika, with logical and rational methods. It understands objects from the point of view of dravya, that is the substance, guna or qualities, karma or activities, samanya, the general traits, vishesha, the speciality, samavaya or interrelatedness, abhava or absence. As per this school, Everything found in this creation is a substance made up of minute particles of atoms, including the Atma. The only exception being that certain substances are eternal, indivisible, and indestructible, like the Atma and space. Both Nyaya and Vaisheshika believe that the Atma has qualities inherent in them. These qualities, like the likes, dislikes, sanskaras, etc., make each individual distinct. The logical reasoning called tarka, used by both these darshanas, plays a very important role in establishing and proving or disproving any hypothesis in a very scientific way. This has had a profound impact on later schools like Vedanta. Sankhya. This is a complex school of philosophy that tries to understand the creator and the creation. This school of thought attempts to understand the cosmos through reason and logic. This is denoted by the presence of two eternal realities, the Purusha and Prakriti, that together combine to bring a number of building blocks of life to existence, like the Tattvas. Creation happens when Purusha and Prakriti come together. While Purusha is unchangeable and has infinite consciousness, Prakriti, while manifest, is changeable. The ability to understand this difference is a way to elevate oneself from suffering. Sankhya believes all religious practices, rituals, meditation, etc. only provides temporary relief from human suffering. Only the right knowledge can lead to the truth of self or the ultimate reality, which is knowing the difference between the perishable and the imperishable. Therefore, knowledge is the means to liberation here. Yoga. This darshana propounded by Patanjali has taught us that human liberation from suffering can be achieved through restraining the mind combined with a firm belief in the grace of God. The present day meaning of yoga, which involves practicing different postures or asanas, is only the physical aspect of yoga. The original system conceived by Patanjali involved yoga with 8 different dimensions. They were yama, meaning self-control, niyama, meaning following certain injunctions, asana, meaning bodily postures, pranayama, the breath control, pratyahara, that is withdrawal of the senses, dharana, a one-pointed concentration, dhyana, meaning sublimating the mind through meditation on a fixed object, samadhi, the state of oneness or integration. These 8 steps were designed to achieve the perfect inner state, moving slowly from outside to within. Each component was the means to achieve the final stage of moksha or liberation. Mimamsa. The term Mimamsa means a reflection, investigation, or an analysis. From the point of view of darshana, it refers to an inquiry into the nature of dharma itself. Rishi Jaimini studied and investigated the various rituals and practices to ascertain their objectives. He believed in the external existence of the Vedas and together with the Vedic rituals believed to be the path to moksha. The focus was on the Karma Kanda, or the part of the Vedas that provides an impetus to various rites and rituals. As the Vedas were handed over orally, the school of Mimamsa believes that words carry meanings, sentences carry knowledge, so all knowledge must result in a duty to act. Here, the highest good that was the result of ethical action was prominent. By connecting dharma to Vedic practices, this school of thought became the Hindu way of life. As per Jaimini, human beings cannot escape the compulsion of dharma. While freedom to act exists, the minute a choice is made, the law of karma takes over. This constant cycle of action and consequences continues eternally till the Atma has no need or desire to act, which paves the way to liberation. An actionless state is not possible, but a soul with no motives, desires, or needs enjoys a pure, natural, uncontaminated state. Vedanta. The Vedanta Sutras are also called the Brahma Sutras, propounded by sage Vyasa. While Mimamsa emphasizes on the actions we undertake, Vedanta seeks to understand the reasons behind those actions. It comprises the essence of the wisdom of the Vedas along with undertaking a life of reflection and meditation. The focus here is on the Jnana-kanda, or the knowledge aspect of the Vedas that falls under the gamut of Vedanta. The central message of the Vedanta is there is only one supreme truth, the ultimate reality called the Brahman. To realize this Brahman within us is the ultimate goal of life. Brahma Vidya is the knowledge of the Brahman. As per Badarayana or Vyasa, Atma and Brahman are essentially the same. God and the world are not separate, although this is not clear to us. Through a deep life of reflection, the veil of Maya can be removed to realize the true nature of the self. The Vedanta Sutras were analyzed by many thinkers like Adi Shankaracharya, who propounded Advaita Vedanta, Ramanujacharya, who propounded Vishishta Advaita, and Madhavacharya, who propounded Dvaita Vedanta. Conclusion. The 6 darshanas are 6 uniquely different but substantial systems that can be used to understand life. Each darshana accepts the authority of the Vedas. The acceptance is not a blind acceptance, but the one backed with reasoning and logic. Each darshana firmly roots itself in spirituality to understand the nature of life. To achieve a deeper understanding, there is a need to look deeper within oneself and push the mind beyond its intellect to be able to see the truth as it is. Although the prominence of each darshana and their contribution towards understanding human life cannot be undermined, we believe that the Vedanta is the most satisfactory system of philosophy which supersedes all other schools. The self-realization or jnana is foremost.
Dear listeners, we hope you understood the information presented in the video and enjoyed the presentation. Do share this video with your friends and family so that they may also learn. Do share your comments on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Dhanyavadaha.